The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in the cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to RAP Paranormal and Friends with your hosts,
Kim Purvis
and Allison Robinson. Make sure to check us out on our Facebook pages, RAP Paranormal and Friends and RAP Paranormal Busters, for up-to-date show information and events.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily...
Hey everyone, welcome to another night of RAP Paranormal and Friends. Tonight we are going to kind of recap our night at Malvern Manor and then kind of discuss some up and coming investigations. And thank you, Thomas, for joining us. It was nice to see you last weekend. Thank you for the lovely gifts. I hope you had fun. I just want to kind of talk about, I know that Kim she had quite a bit more experiences than I did this last time at Malvern. Do you kind of want to talk about what you had first, and then I'll talk about kind of my experience with scrying?
Sure. I got to take two boys at 14 years old. We first went up. We took Leslie around with us while you guys were down there scrying, so I kept the boys occupied. So we took them up in Susie's room first time, and I let them run the investigation. I let them do all the questions and everything. They just jumped right in, and like they've been doing it for I don't know how many years. They were coming up with some pretty good questions, and I was running the necrophonics and with the headphones on and stuff. And I don't remember a lot what I said, but they said it was answering their questions every time they'd ask something, because I guess it asked for me, and they said I was sitting in the closet, which I was. That's where I was sitting with the headphones on. And then they were asking for you. And they asked what her favorite color was, and it said blue. And they said, can you name the rest of us in the room? And I guess it went around the room and named everybody that was in the room.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
And they thought that was pretty cool. And then they asked a bunch of other questions, and every question they'd asked come right instantly with an answer in Susie's room. And of course, I only got it on the recorder. I didn't get it live feed or anything on that one, but
yeah.
And then we went into Inez's room. That was a short-lived one, because we went in, and they sat over by the closet, and I was sitting over by the window where the dolls were. And we were just sitting there, and they were asking questions and everything. And all of a sudden, they heard bangs in the closet. And I'm going, but I heard the bangs over here by these dolls.
Yeah.
So it was like back and forth, banging over by me, then it bang over by the boys.
Mm-hmm.
And then we heard like walking coming down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And Caden goes, "Shh, I hear somebody walking." And we both all stopped and we listened, and then there was nothing. And he goes, he jumped,
Uh-huh.
and there was a big bang in the closet.
Oh, wow.
Again.
Uh-huh.
So he opens the door and looks and goes, I don't see nothing in here, but there was a big bang in there, like something fell off the shelf or something.
Right.
Then here comes Taylor. Taylor comes in. We told him what was going on. So he went in the closet while we asked some more questions and stuff. Then he comes out, probably not even a couple minutes, comes out and he says, I'm supposed to take you downstairs because of what's going on downstairs. They want you downstairs to be safe.
Right.
So we went downstairs. Then you can explain all that here in a little bit. But then it was Leslie, April, me, and the two boys. We went up to Hank's room. And Caden had his dowsing rods and stuff, and they were sitting on the floor, and I was sitting on the floor with the spiritus in my ear this time because my necrophonics was being used on the live feed, so I couldn't use my necrophonics. And Leslie was running the live feed and stuff. Some of the stuff she said, I don't think we should have been on the live feed. But
yeah, my mom was listening. My mom was listening with my Aunt Becky, and she was like, "Yeah, I heard Kim. She was up there with some boys, and there was another girl, and she was talking about, did Allison get her boob juice on your shirt?" I was like, "Oh my god!"
I think they were talking about you trying on Hank's clothes.
I did. When I went up with the boys earlier, we were in there and they're like, "Oh yeah," because I was telling them about my experiences in Hank's room. They're like, try on his clothes. So I tried on this button up. What the heck? Oh my gosh, that's so weird. Why did my sound all of a sudden turn on my phone?
I don't know.
That was really weird. Anyways, so they're like, try on his clothes. So I had this plaid shirt on, I had these shorts on, and I was like, man, I feel like my old gym teacher right now. Like I had these little like shorts that a gym teacher from back in the day would wear. My shirt wasn't quite right, but that's sure what I felt like. They had fun time doing that too.
Yeah, and Caden was sitting there with his dowsing rods, and he'd ask him yes or no questions, and can you make them go together if you don't want little boys in here or little kids in here? And it went to yes. And he says, straighten them out. He was doing exactly what he wanted to do. And I sat there and watched him. He wasn't moving or anything. He was just sitting there. And then he says, Hank, can you get those dowsing rods to go in circles? And all of a sudden, they just keep going around in circles and circles and circles till he dropped them and made him quit. And then when we was doing the necrophonics, we were asking if Hank didn't like women in the room and stuff, and it was coming yes. And they said something about bringing Cynthia up, and I don't remember what Hank said. But they went and got Cynthia.
Yeah.
And as soon as she came up, Cynthia goes, do you want me in here? I remember Hank saying this in my ear, no. And Cynthia says, well, then I'm leaving. And I remember it saying, goodbye, bitch. I remember that real clear.
Yeah, the boys came down and told me that. They're like, yeah, it does not like Cynthia. They literally said
like
goodbye, bitch. And I'm
like,
oh,
didn't like Cynthia there at all.
Hey, Darren.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, it got quiet. The spirit just wasn't saying nothing. I had a weird feeling like there was nothing there. Then all of a sudden, it was another man's voice. Wasn't the man I was hearing the first time through.
Yeah.
But this man liked boys. Because I remember looking up for a second, and I seen Thomas walk by. And it whistled in my ear.
Oh, shit. Oh, Thomas. Woo-hoo. Thomas.
So, and it was saying weird things about boys and stuff. And I said, that's about the time I said, I can't repeat the stuff that's coming through my ear right now because of the 14-year-old sitting over here. And it's not proper as what was coming through. So I turned off the spiritist and say, that's enough of that. And I'll take those boys any day. They were very good investigators. Like I said, I let them run the show and ask all the questions, and they were doing pretty good.
They do so well. That's the second time that they've been there when we've been there, and last time I gave them batteries, they had a laser grid the last time, and then I when we went up briefly, they used my my S box. There was some things coming through, but we were chatting so much that we didn't really hear what was coming through.
And in Susie's room, the uh, the laser grid for the floor, the tripwire, I guess went off. I didn't get to see it, but they asked Susie to set it off, and she set it all off. And then I think it went off once in Hank's room too.
Yeah, the only time I really got out with you guys was when is after the scrying session. I had to take a break from that. So thank you to Thomas for having the mirror still there for me so I could actually try it, even though it was messed up. I was still grateful that I got to try it, though. I mean, maybe it would have been better in a different setting, like a different location for me, because I have such an attachment there. You know, maybe the outcome would have been different. I don't know.
Don't know.
But
But yeah, those boys can go investigate with me anytime. I
yeah.
had no problem with them. I didn't have to say, "Hey, don't do this." They didn't provoke. They didn't badmouth the residents. They were real respectful.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they did a really good job, and I do appreciate that because you don't get to see that much from kids, you know. Some of them just like to run around
or be disrespectful. But no, they weren't disrespectful at all.
Right. Darren, what was calling you out? He said, "Can't wait for this week to be over." Something was calling me out. I have no idea. All I know is it's like 7 o'clock and I'm already ready for bed. That's because, you know, I'm officially an old lady today. So like now I'm ready for bed.
Today's her official birthday.
Today is my official birthday, yes. And so I am like already dead to the world, but you know, it's all good. But anyways, I'm glad that I got to do the scrying. Darren said he had something calling him out in Hank's room.
Oh, I think he was saying he was good looking or something. That's when that other man was talking.
Darren,
I remember that now.
Better watch it the next time you come.
Because somebody said Darren was on chat, and that's when the guy said, yeah. Yeah, I kind of remember that. I still haven't been able to go through the recorder yet on that one, so I'd like to know what was all said.
Yeah, right. But yeah. Oh, thank you for the birthday duct tape. What? Okay, we're getting a little what now? We're going from something calling Darren out to duct tape. I don't even want to know what's happening with this. There's no blindfolds involved, right? And like but the scrying was interesting. Thank you, Thomas, for helping me with that. You know, it was really interesting because I was sitting there focusing on that flame and it like split into 3 flames.
I've never done it, so I don't know.
That was the first time. It was very bizarre. Like everything was just black around you, but I saw those 3 flames, and then that kind of faded out after a while. and I was getting little glimpses of visions, but it was mostly like I heard things, and I just get glimpses of things. Like there was a Bridget doll, whatever that is. I saw my lady in the bathtub. I remember that. I remember a baby crying. And then I remember seeing something in the mirror that really upset me. I mean, I still think about it, and it gets me upset. But and then that's when I ended up outside.
All I
Kelly
remember
pulled
is
me out.
them taking you outside.
And Dustin said that he had such an attachment to me from that. He could feel the emotion and stuff. It was like pulling at his heartstrings, he said.
Yeah, they had to cleanse him too, I think.
Yeah, and then he said the energy coming off me got so intense that he had to walk away. I don't know if anybody else felt that, but Kelly said I am no longer able to do any scrying. She's like, honey, I know you want to try it and everything, but I don't think that's the thing for you to do. I'm like, well, it could just be that location, especially that area, because it's by that bathroom.
By that bathroom.
And the dizzy room where I have all those issues.
Yeah.
So they want to play on my. I wonder if somewhere else would be different, somewhere more calm. You know what I mean?
Well, I think I'm not saying it's Malvern. Yes, it could be a lot of it's Malvern because you do have those. But you don't know when to close or put your bubble around you. You got to learn to put that bubble up a little sooner.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I get to that point, I just let my guard down, and it probably didn't help that I did do some meditation to open my third eye the day before, and I started dreaming about dead people, like them calling me and like threatening to shoot themselves in the head. Like I don't.
Okay.
And the thing is,
I'm not trying to change the subject. Mm-hmm. What is this about dreaming dead people?
I don't know.
Eric had a dream last night that mom and dad and his mom and dad were right here talking to him.
Oh, shit.
And he said things that he had sitting on the table were all put away and everything. And then my mom no, his dad left and my dad left, done talking to him. Mm-hmm. But my mom and his mom stayed here and talked with him longer. And then he woke up. So what is this dreaming of dead people?
I don't know.
Well, him especially, because he don't believe in this.
No, he doesn't.
He's the skeptic all the way.
Yeah, he is, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. That's really weird.
But he said it was like real.
Okay, but this is creepy. Okay, so my mom said she was listening to one of your live feeds, and one of the names that came up was Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Who did I dream about in my dream the night before? Robert. Mm-hmm. So is there something coinciding with that? Because remember a couple years ago, prior to us going to Malvern, I had a dream about him, and he was out in Malvern in the kitchen area. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's really weird.
And then the last time we went to Villisca, we had a Robert come up.
We did several times.
But we went to the cemetery, and we found a Robert that was related to him, so we kind of
I don't know if he was deceased at that time, because he died during COVID. So I don't know.
Yeah, he was deceased when we found the cemetery. He didn't die around COVID.
Robert did, because they said they thought he died.
No, not that Robert.
Oh, no,
the Robert we found at the cemetery.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he died a while ago.
So we were trying to assume that maybe be with the people from Villisca, but could it have been? I don't know.
Yep.
Don't know yet. We're still investigating that. But yeah, Eric's a big skeptic of this.
Yeah.
And then him having dreams, and then you having dreams, all within a week's time.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And plus, there's a full moon tonight.
Oh, that could be explained.
I did set out my glass jar of water. I tried that before. I was told to do it after I had one of my things. There was a full moon coming up. Set your water out in a glass jar underneath the full moon and drink it the next day. It completely tastes different, and it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's got a whole different thing to it. Whether it's just in my head or not, I don't know. But I'm like, go home, gotta sit my water out. So I did. So I'm gonna have to have my mom try it tomorrow too, so that way she can see, because I was telling her about it. But yeah, I don't know. That was really bizarre. And then we went, oh my gosh. And then things after that, after I kind of got calmed down and everything. No, Darren, I didn't set any traps out for werewolves. I set out my Darren traps instead. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I have to give you a hard time. I didn't get to do that much on our live feeds, but when we were down Gracie's room, we got really raunchy.
Oh, that got bad.
Well, I didn't realize that when they said that about the
if they would have
put my wiener on, I didn't realize that that's what they meant until somebody showed me the flashlight there, and then Leslie had to put the whole candle there, and
we lost it because somebody had to play with George. I had George set up just fine, and then when Leslie put the cat ball in the chair with George with his legs up, it went off by itself. So we were wondering if Gracie was having fun with George, because there was a man in her room.
Oh, yeah, she was having a good old time.
All I know is when I went to go get George the next morning and put everything away, as soon as I picked up George, there was a big thud in her room, like, you can't take George.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm taking George. Goodbye, Gracie.
Yeah.
I took her man away from her.
I guess. Yeah, with his light up wiener.
He got to spend the whole night with her. So
I know. She probably worn out from that.
I was going to put him in her bed, but I didn't. I put him in her wheelchair.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, we should have. Darren, he's like, dude, damn, I have a trap named after me. Yep, you do. It's the Darren trap. Now I just got to figure out what it's concocted of. But that was funny. And then we were, because then Leslie first I put one of those cat balls in between its legs with that. And it was funny because before I did that, I was just going to get a video of the doll sitting there. And its freaking leg moved. And I just got the thing turned on before it did, but it went psh, like that. You could hear it. And then so I set a cat ball down. And then the cat ball starts going off between its legs. And then Leslie's like, here, it needs something bigger. So then she put a candle, one of those candlesticks that Kim has in between his legs. And we're like, just touch the tip. And it will light up.
But it never lit up.
It never lit up. It would have been so hilarious if that thing lit up.
Because I put the tripwire over the candle, too. So it would have been nice if it all would have lit up.
Yeah, oh my God, that would have been, yeah. Oh, gosh.
And then we went up to Susie's room after that. After we got done laughing and keeping everybody awake that was trying to go to sleep.
And then we went to Susie's room, which I set a candle in her windowsill. And, I'm not even facing that. I'm facing the door at this point, and I'm trying to get Kim's live feed to go because it keeps shutting off. They're like, did you turn that candle on? I'm like, no. And I turn around and that candle was on.
Yeah, you were the only one near it, and you didn't turn it on.
No, didn't turn it on, nothing.
And that candle had not went off all night long.
Yeah.
Till then.
Yep. Yeah, and we were trying to get whoever was communicating with us to turn it off, but it just kept like flickering or getting brighter.
Getting very bright.
Yeah, they wouldn't turn it off. And then at one point, I think Leslie said she saw the tripwire, but I missed that. And then the K2 was going off and something else. Oh, the REM pod went off.
Yeah.
The REM pod
the REM pod, the tripwire, and I think the K2 all went off at the same time.
Yeah, which was pretty cool. But I didn't get up to Inez's room like I normally do. I didn't get up to the attic. I didn't really do Hank's room other than earlier on in the day with the boys.
And me and the boys were going to go up to the attic, but that's when we got sent back downstairs, and we never made it back up to the attic because they had a double header the next day, and they had to go home because they played baseball, and they had a double header the next day. So Dad took them home to get some sleep for the game.
Yeah.
They didn't want to go. They were having fun.
I know, right?
Because I promised we'd go to the attic and we'd try this room, and didn't make it.
Next time it'll, yeah, for sure. I mean, there was just so much going on, and like literally I was pretty tapped out from that thing I did, and so going outside and getting fresh air and stuff helped. But yeah, I don't know. I still wish there was more. I mean, this when we go there again this fall.
Yeah, we'll be back in the fall.
We'll get more knocked out and stuff, so that'll be fun. But next month, well, let's see. Thomas was there. Thomas, did you do any other investigating? Did you do anything? You guys, they did. I'm pretty sure he did the singing bowls, which usually those things get me. You know, I don't have a good time with singing bowls, but I don't think it bothered me.
Of course, those were bigger bowls.
Yeah, those little ones get.
And the littler ones, the little tiny ones really get to you when we go to expos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That first expo that we did, and we got paired by the table with all the singing bowls. I was going nuts, and I remember walking by Coyote Chris's thing a couple times. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm having a difficult time." I said, "There's some energy over here, and I don't know if it's coming from these singing bowls or somebody that keeps walking through here, but it's not. It's like making me nauseous." So he's like, "Let me walk through with you." So we walked through, and it's like, "Well, what do you think?" And it's like, "Well, this guy has walked through several times, but he's always messing with that damn singing bowl." He's like, "I'm pretty sure that's who it is." Like, and I'm like, it just. I'm glad the people next to us had wine because they gave me some wine, and that helped a little bit, you know. But, yeah. But Thomas, did you have any experiences or anything? If you want to chime in and chat, you can. If not, Darren, they make you tired. Singing bowls make you tired. I mean, they have different effects on everybody, but they mess with me just like
they give me a headache.
They just make me my anxiety or something, and I get really nauseous and stuff, and I just feel like I'm gonna hyperventilate and stuff. That's hard to explain, but that one guy that's usually at the Cedar Falls one that sits in the corner with his whatever thing.
Yeah, the big triangle thing.
Oh shit, that thing gets me going like, yep, nope. Can't do that either.
He wasn't there this year.
No, Mm-mm. But next month we're going to the Horror House at the end of the month.
Yep.
First time there. So excited for that because there's the depot there, the train depot. Yep. Over. So that'll be interesting.
Ashmore in
June. We've got Malvern, and then we're working on a couple others. I know Leslie found that one, but I haven't heard anything else about it. I don't know if she was setting that up or wants us to set it up.
I don't know. I got to keep one date open in June because my uncle that's got cancer, it's their anniversary, and they're going to have a party. Because who knows
how long. Yep, I get you.
We're taking it day by day with him, and he wants to get together as much as possible.
Yep,
and
I get that.
He's coming to Easter, and my truck's still not running yet.
Oh,
so
no.
We're not going to be able to go, I don't think.
Can't take Eric's truck?
You ain't taking Eric's truck. It's
Oh.
held up by chains right now.
Oh, jeez.
His rear end's chained down to the
man.
frame just to get around town.
Gosh.
He's trying to fix it. It's just coming up with the money to fix it.
Yeah.
Because he can fix it. It's just making sure we have enough money in the account to go get the part.
Yeah.
I'm lost without my truck.
I know.
Just going to work at 4:30 in the mornings for the birds because I don't start work till 8.
Gosh, that sucks.
And then he don't get off till 4:30 and I get off at 4. Makes a very long day.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Today I got to sleep in till 6:30.
Oh, dang.
Because he didn't have to work because of the Easter holiday.
Oh, nice.
So he's got today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday off.
Man, must be nice. I mean, I did get out early today. I actually met him coming to pick you up when I was heading down that side to go to the post office. And I was like, shit, I could have just picked your ass up. But he was already right there.
Well, he had to wait anyway because our truck that was supposed to be there this morning shows up at 2 minutes to 4.
Oh, shit.
So we had to load him. Because we were out of room for his stuff and
yeah,
we had to get it out of there.
Dang. That's crazy.
Because it's a new company picking up for 7-Up because 7-Up's no longer picking up. So they moved it over to this other company.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to find out it was easier for them to pick up because they're going to have service charge. Then they've got that 8 cents they have to pay us and all this other. So it's going to cost them an arm and a leg for this company to pick up.
Damn. That's crazy.
Because they've got a pickup fee they charge them and everything else. And
jeez.
So we'll see how long that lasts. Because Coke did this once to us too, and it lasted a month and then quit. That was before we got the 8-cent raise.
Jeez. Ugh. My stomach is still a little woozy. Excuse me.
I'd like to find a couple more spots to go. Misty wants us to find some more so she can go.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because I got her hooked.
I know, like, July 24th and August 4th, I have to keep those days open just because my girls will be gone in Europe. So I'll have to drop them off, pick them up, and give them money. But other than that, yeah, we definitely got to get a couple more.
Yeah, because, let's see, we're doing Malvern. Then we're doing Malvern again. And then Ashmore is the group that pretty much, majority of the group that was there last weekend will be going with us to Ashmore.
Oh, yeah.
So we've already got our 12 people, so can't ask any more people to go on that one.
Oh, yeah.
And Cynthia's trying to get Bango early.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to investigate the Bango early. Instead of doing it a Halloween. She's still going to have Roland's birthday thing, but to get into the Bango and actually investigate it instead of just showing up and so
yeah,
I don't know when that'll be.
Yeah, that will be fun. Yeah, I'd like to do Bango because we've brought our equipment and stuff and it's either too cold or we're just like, let's go back to the hotel.
Yep.
So I'd like to get there the time to actually investigate, see what you feel and stuff without
all the Halloween props and stuff up.
Yeah, for sure. See if I pick up on anything or what.
I tried the flashcards in Susie's room with the boys earlier. No, it was with you. And we couldn't get her to say any of the flashcards, I don't think. I don't think it came up with anything. So we were even trying to get her to say the color of the flashcard, not the animal. that was on it.
Mhm. Yeah.
I just don't think she wanted to play that. Then.
No, I don't either. Oh, that's cool, Darren. That sucks though. You'll be on. Where are you going on vacation? Oh, he said the Halloween props are up year round, but it's a great place to investigate in off season, especially the third floor loft. Yeah, I mean, I know that there's probably props up and stuff, but I mean, like, people dressed up.
Dressed up and running at you and stuff.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have that. And
Yeah.
I'd like to get up to the Boyd house one of these times too.
Oh yeah. For sure. There's a
I'd like
lot
to
of
get
places.
back down to Kansas again, to the McIntyre.
I would like to go to the McAteer again too.
That was fun when we played with the Necrophonics and hide and go seek.
Hide and seek, yeah, that works so good.
Because I remember Kim saying, "It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work."
Yeah.
And I said, "You go outside and give us time to hide, and you use the Necrophonics, and we'll see how well it." They found us. It led them right to us.
Uh-huh.
I said, "You gotta do something different with them once in a while."
Yep. But you gotta try different things, and they like to do games and things like that, and
Depends on their moods. They'll
yeah.
play games with you, and just like my flashcards and stuff. We've had them say what animal it was and stuff like that before. We've had them play the memory game.
Oh yeah.
I flipped all the cards over so they could see, like we were all looking at them. Then I'd shuffle them and lay them back out, and they told me exactly where they were. So
yeah. And you've had it with those puzzle pieces too.
Yeah, which piece goes in which wooden. They were wooden puzzles, and
yeah,
I like picked up the fox, and they told me where to put it. So
yeah.
And my Etch-a-Sketch, it's
Oh,
worked
yeah,
twice
yeah.
for us.
The big one, and then we had the little one.
I got the little tiny one and the pocket one,
Yeah.
and then I've got the big one.
Yep.
And they both had things on them.
Yep. One was at Cambry, and where was the other one?
Cambry was the E.
Yeah.
On the little one.
On the little one, yep.
And there was a T on the big one at Granger House.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
It was at the Granger House. I wanted to say Edinburgh, but no, it was at the Granger House.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was at Granger. It wasn't at Edinburgh. I'm pretty sure. And it wasn't at Farrar. I'm pretty sure it was Granger, but I don't remember. It was like part of a letter.
Yeah, it wasn't totally finished, I don't think.
Aaron said he's looking at getting the Boyd house booked, and Thomas said he may be up at Boyd this weekend, and then he's back to McIntyre in May.
Oh, cool.
I know. Lucky ducks. Got a whole nother freaking month to wait till our next investigation. I go through withdrawals.
Unless we find one here in between.
Yeah. Well, we might. Oh, excuse me.
The only bad thing is a lot of stuff books up a year ahead in advance, and by the time we figure out what we can do and when we can do it,
I know.
They're already booked up.
I know. That's what's crazy.
And coming up with the deposit, that's another thing. We gotta have the deposit when you book some. So if we're not ready to make the deposit, how can we book something?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because we really don't, we don't really sell anything or anything like that to help. We just pay everything out of pocket. Thanks, Darren. Yep. Remember to like and share. I sound like that lady on Instagram. There's this grandma lady, I don't know. She's like, this is how I do my makeup. This is what I'm wearing. I have that stuck in my head now. I watch those all the time, and I send them to my mom and my Aunt Becky. I see that she has like a clothing line, like these T-shirts that say "Slay Every Day" and all this other stuff, like she says all the time. I'm like, I gotta get them those shirts.
Oh, and I did talk to Josh.
Huh?
I don't. I've got to call him back and talk to him some more. I still want to do Melbourne for a week by myself.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not trying to write a book or nothing.
Yeah.
Because that was brought up too, and I said no.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting at that age. Pretty soon, I'm not going to be able to do much more, and I want
Right.
to find out more about Susie and me's got a connection. I want to work
on. Yeah.
and see what more I can get by myself when there's nobody around. And then to work on the rest of the place too. But
Yeah. I would like to find out my connection too, but good Lord, I might be hauled off in a straitjacket or an ambulance if I stayed for a week by myself.
I wouldn't let you stay in a place by yourself for a week because there wouldn't be anybody to bring you out.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to have somebody to bring you back out.
You're right. Yeah, that's true.
And see, if I was down there, I could have told them you were going in before they realized.
And honestly, I thought you guys were down there too.
No, I took the boys upstairs. We figured they don't need to be down there when you guys are trying to scry and stuff, and that way they could be still investigating. Right. So I just took them upstairs. And see, they haven't been around you enough to know when you're going in.
Right.
Where I don't even have to look at you. All I have to do is hear your voice. And I know when you're going into when you're channeling too much.
Yeah.
But we let you try it. Can't say you didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't get to try it, but I was busy with the boys. We were having fun upstairs.
Yeah.
Because every time I take something up, what else you got we can take up and try? I'm filling my pockets up. My belt doesn't fit real well, and it's like my pants are all weighted down with all this equipment. I said, I think I got everything I own in my pockets now.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
So we tried almost everything.
Yeah.
We took the cat up, never did nothing, and stuff like that. And
yeah.
We tried every piece of equipment I had in my kit, so. Like I said, my pockets were full. It's like.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
But they wanted to try everything and see how it worked, and we tried it. So how else are they gonna learn if they don't try?
That's right. Exactly. Oh geez, Darren says you should have life insurance on me.
Yeah.
Wow, Darren. Yeah. Thanks. Good Lord Almighty.
And that's why I let the boys run the investigation. Otherwise, how are they going to learn?
Right.
And if I saw something that they shouldn't be doing, I was going to tell them. But I had nothing to tell them to. Let's not do it this way. Let's try it this way. Or, but no, they jumped right in and took off with it. So.
Well, they said they did the theater before too. They've done the theater before too. So.
Well, Caden's grown up there because his dad helps Josh out a lot.
Yeah.
So he knows the place. He knows that you should be respectful and stuff. So that's why I didn't have no problem with taking him upstairs and his friend upstairs.
Yeah.
At first, I go, me taking two boys. How well are they going to act? Am I gonna have a problem with them? Nope, I did not.
That's good. Yeah, they did really good. Oh man. Good boy. What? Good boy? I don't know. Good boy. What were we talking about? He
The
said,
boys.
oh. Maybe that's what it means. Oh, gosh. Anything else? Like, do you have anything?
I think we pretty well. I didn't get to talk much with Rebecca before she left because it was her first time there.
Oh, yeah, she was.
So
Yeah.
I didn't get to really talk to see how much action she got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't either. She said she had fun, but
You know, because it was her first time ever being there.
I know.
And I know she went off on her own several
Time
spots
pass.
by herself. And then I think April went with her a couple times
yeah.
and stuff. And I think she might have been down there when you were scrying. I'm not for sure.
I don't know who was all down there. I thought you were down there.
Nope, not me.
I had no idea who was all down there. I knew that Thomas was down there, and I knew that Kelly was there because Kelly was standing right next to me, and I knew Cynthia was there behind me.
Cynthia was walking up, according to her live feed, she was walking up and down
Oh, okay.
a hallway
Mm-hmm.
because she'd go down by Rebecca's and start talking on her live feed,
Mm-hmm.
so she wasn't disturbing you.
Oh, uh-huh.
And then she'd go back up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think that's when they were about ready to take you outside because the live feed quit. It's like, that's the section.
Oh gosh. Yeah. I mean, I've been doing really well though with not having those episodes. That's the first one in quite a while.
But you opened yourself up.
That's true.
I usually don't let you open yourself up.
I know. Yeah. But I don't know. It's just weird. And why I dream about dead people I don't know lately. I mean, it comes in spurts. And the people that are in it, some of them like why? And others, it was my grandmother, who was my mom's mom, who passed away when I was like in the 3rd grade. I never dreamt about her until that was right before we went to Sumner School.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a couple days before that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had a dream that we were at Sumner, but then there was like some like work function and they were like combined. And like I was walking to a picnic table. It's weird how I can still remember this. And my parents were sitting at that picnic table, and I walk up and there's a lady standing there, kind of a salmony colored, blouse and slacks, and just smiling. And I'm like looking at her, and I'm like looking at my parents, and they're not even noticing her, and she's looking at me smiling, and I'm like, don't you guys see her? And they're like, who? Your Aunt Becky? And I'm like, that is not Aunt Becky. That is your mother. Like, and she's just smiling at me. She never said anything, just smiled at me, and that was it.
Don't know. I'm not. I don't know anything about dreams.
I don't know.
I'm not a person. We just gotta investigate it a little bit more.
Yeah.
On dreams and stuff, what they could mean.
Right. Or how I had a dream. I mean, like, well, I had that one though about you. Remember how you died from the hiccups? Do you remember that?
I remember you telling me I died from the hiccups.
I still remember that one too.
I don't get the hiccups. You're the one who gets the hiccups.
I'm the one who gets the hiccups. But it was really weird, and like I don't know, the whole thing.
And
was
that day you were telling it, I got the hiccups. You were telling me about that dream, then all of a sudden I had the hiccups.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It was that was bizarre. Yeah, I remember that. I still remember that. It's like, most dreams, some of them, I mean, a lot of them you don't really remember. You might remember bits and pieces, but to sit there and like I have several of these dreams that I can still remember after a couple of years, like I still remember the details of them. I don't know. I should write this stuff down. Kinsey started writing hers down.
Yeah, that would probably help. Just start writing. keeping a journal.
And seeing what was last year. Darren said that was last year.
Oh, probably the hiccup thingy.
Oh, yeah, that probably was. Man, Darren, you have a good memory. Darren says I would have had a hard time at the jail. I still want to go. I'd go up there.
I want to get back to Edinburgh.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
But they were full this year. Maybe next year we'll get it booked. I got some more experiments I want to try there too. I've been working on a lot of experiments. My mannequin's coming in real handy.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I'm going to have a chest full of clothes for it here pretty soon. Let's see, what is it going to wear to this place? Okay, we used a doctor's outfit at Malvern.
Yeah.
We got the Navy outfit for the women's club. And then next place, where we take her?
Yeah, what are we going to put on her?
What are we going to put on her? We got a Christie t-shirt on her, but right now. All I know, it's fun leaving her put her somewhere in this house and there and get scared of her. I'll set her up somewhere he don't know where she's standing, and all of a sudden he'll turn the corner and there she is. I have fun with her.
Yeah. Thomas says he needs an Edinburgh fix too. Maybe we should all try to put in a date for next year and go.
Like we did this with this group. We have fun with this group.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We don't have to have a huge group, but we
didn't have that. We didn't interfere with anybody. This group.
No.
There was just the right amount of people.
I think so.
Part of them were downstairs. Part of them was upstairs. We didn't, when somebody was running recorders or something, you didn't hear anybody else.
I didn't hear
across
anything when we were out investigating. Yeah, Augusta sometimes can be really mean to girls. Well, they say Hank doesn't like girls either, but, he has no problem with me. And I'm like, well, maybe he just thinks I'm a dude. I don't know. That's what I say every time. I'm like, well, maybe he just thinks of me as one of the guys. I'm not really sure.
I don't know, because he don't have nothing against you.
No.
But anybody else goes in there, he don't want them in there.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Maybe I remind him of somebody. I don't know.
Possibility.
Yeah. I really wish that last time we were there at the anniversary thing, I went up to his room with your candle and my recorder. I still need to listen to that. I'm really bad at it, but he turned on the candle and then he would respond to the candle. He did it a couple times. And I was just like, holy shit. Like,
he responds to you.
Yeah.
Where Susie responds to me.
Yeah.
Like I said, she asked for where I was a couple of times. And I was sitting in her closet. That was the only spot for me to sit. Because I had the boys and Leslie up there, so I just sat in the closet.
Trying to think if there was anything else. I know I heard some tapping up in Susie's room when we were up there.
Yeah.
But that was about it. And it was over by me at the edge of the bed.
Because that's the corner she likes to hide in.
And I know it did get, like, every now and then I'd get super goosebumps over there. And Leslie said one of the boys was too.
Yeah, I think it was Caden's friend was getting cold over in that area. I'm trying to think what else all went on.
Yeah, I don't know what else went on other than a bunch of shenanigans.
Oh, that goes along with us all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, we do get to investigate too. We don't just.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we have our fun, but we also investigate too, and that's okay to do that.
You
You don't have to walk around like you have a stick in your ass the whole time. And
you gotta have fun while you're doing it. Otherwise, it does get boring.
at times, yeah.
And I found a lot of places you go, they'd rather have fun with you
Mhm.
than you be like a robot and asking questions all the time.
Right. Exactly.
And there's been times we've went to places and we're running out of questions, so we just start talking between us.
Mhm.
Then all of a sudden things are going off like, hey, you're ignoring us. We're here.
Yeah, right.
So it's like they don't like to be ignored, but they don't always want to answer your questions either.
No, they don't. Thomas, you are absolutely invited anytime.
Definitely.
And thank you for the wonderful gifts. I appreciate it.
We have fun when you're with us, Thomas.
I know. He's a good time. Oh, I'm getting like, ugh.
Yeah, we'll have to set up a date for Edinburgh for our group again. It's just finding time where everybody can show up. That's the key too.
Yeah, right. I know. Your
But
thing
we
keeps
will.
off. Yep. Your thing keeps shutting off. At least it hasn't tried to update. That's what I was worried about earlier. Darren says there's a few teams like that here. Act like robots with a stick up their ass. Yeah, yeah. It gets old that way. I mean, do you think spirits want you to come in every time and ask the same flippin' questions over and over and over again? They get tired of it. They don't want to hear that bullshit. They want to be treated like a human. Like, hey, how's your day? Like,
That's just like when I go to Granger House. I'll knock on the door. Hey, Dora, can I come in, please? It's Kim, and introduce myself or whatever. And I don't go in the Granger House without being announced, because it is Dora's place,
oh yeah.
And then when people start cussing at Dora's place, I'm going, I am
That's
sorry,
not me.
Dora. I'm
That's all
very
Kim.
sorry.
It's all
I'm
Kim.
very sorry.
Kim has the potty mouth.
No. Now, see, last time we were there, we were with you, Leslie, April, and Cynthia. And Leslie's mouth got going, and it's like, I'm sorry, Dora. I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
I will make her quiet, Dora.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always apologizing to Dora for cussing in her house.
I know.
Then we put the booze on the table.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
We didn't drink it or anything. We just set it on the table.
Use it as a trigger object.
Up.
Yep.
And then your daughter got touched that time she went with us. Her very first time.
Her very first time, yeah.
She's trying to sleep and something's touching her.
Yeah, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and I feel this tapping. Mom, get up. And I'm like, what? And she's like, we can't sleep in here no more. And I'm like, why? And she's like, somebody is touching me and we got to go. And I'm like, we are not leaving yet. Like, Kim is still sleeping. Well, we need to find a different part of this place to sleep because I'm not sleeping in this room anymore. So we literally slept in the little, as you walk in the front door in that little kitchen-like area with the light on for an hour.
I think it was Dora telling her that all kids have to do their chores before breakfast.
Yeah.
So she was trying to wake her up and do her chores. But I couldn't get that through her head. Nope, she wasn't going back. Nope, somebody touched her.
Yeah.
Because she was good the whole time we were there till that time.
Yeah.
Because she was asking questions and everything, and
she was doing just fine and things were happening and she's like, oh, this is cool, and she's been to my grandpa's house with us and that's what kind of started. Like, oh, I'd kind of like to do this some more. And so my mom got her a sleeping bag and everything, and then nope, like Hey, Chloe, you want to go here? You want to go to Malvern? No.
We can't get her to go
You
again.
can't get her to go again. I'm like, well, you could bring a friend. She's like, that's a big fat nope. Like, I'm not going. We've brought my oldest one, too, to Farrar.
Yep, she went to Farrar. Then she got overwhelmed, and then she hasn't went back. We've gotten them both to go, but getting them to go again, that's another story.
Yep.
I think
Well,
I think Chloe'd be fine if it's just that first time she got touched.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think if she went back with us to another place, she'd be fine.
I think so too. Kinsey, what shocked me is that she did want to go, and she's like, I kind of want to go to Edinburgh, and I'm like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, I want to bring my friend. I'm like, I don't care, you can come. And then she's never around. Of course, now she's in college.
Now
But
she's college, yeah. But see, we ain't going to, if they go to Edinburgh with us, we're not going to tell them that house is haunted.
oh
No, we got a safe house.
Yep, there's a safe house.
We go investigate and we sleep in the safe house.
Right, yes.
You get that in their head. It's a safe house, not a haunted house.
Right, yep. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing happening in that house. That is ghost-free zone.
Yep.
That's what we'll tell them.
They don't need to know anything different.
Nope. Don't let them go in there to go to the bathroom by themselves, though. That's for sure.
No. People talk to you when you're in the bathroom by yourself.
Well, that, and then, like, I went in to go get my camcorder or whatever. And remember the bathroom door, like, was shut, and I thought somebody was in there, and nobody walked out. And then that fucking door was open with the light on, or whatever. I don't know. It was really weird.
Well, we don't tell the girls that.
No, I didn't hear the door open or anything. And Thomas is like, there's some crazy stuff that's happened in that safe house. Just saying, oh, I'm sure, yeah. Kim's cousin had a full-on conversation with somebody in that house when she was going to the bathroom and nobody was in there but her.
Yeah, she thought it was me, but I was outside having a cigarette. No, we don't need the girls don't need to know that part.
Yeah, no, they don't need to know anything like that. Like, I wouldn't tell them anything. Anywhere, if I can get them to go anywhere, I'm going to say this is a safe place. This is a ghost-free zone. There's nothing in here. They know their limits, and they can't come in here. That's what I'm going to tell them every time.
Well, I
I'd like to take
got
them.
Eric to Malvern. He didn't investigate. He stayed on the couch the whole night. He was in a chair by the door going down to the Shadow Man's hallway. This was in the summertime, so the blankets weren't up. And he's sitting in this chair, and we were telling stories about Malvern going around because there were a bunch of people there. Well, Kelly had to open her mouth and talk about the crawler she saw coming up that hallway at her. Well, Eric moved from that chair real quick to the couch. And never moved.
Yeah.
And then we all went and investigated. He slept on the couch, and he spent the night there, but he was on the couch. Hate to tell him they do come in that room, but
yeah, because I've had candles come on.
I know, but I wasn't going to tell him that. No,
Oh,
I got him there. That was good enough.
That was good enough. Yeah, for sure.
He loved Josh's story about every time he hears a noise in the building, he has to go out for a cigarette. Smoke break. So every time I mention Josh, Eric goes, smoke break.
Gosh. Well, I'm surprised he didn't join him every time he went out for a smoke break, or did he?
Josh wasn't around that time.
Oh, okay.
But he did go out for cigarettes. And I did get him to the Cambry.
Oh, yeah, you did.
That was during the day.
Yeah, that was during the day.
I went down to see Holly and them when they were there.
Mm-hmm.
And he did sit in the house during the day. Him and Chad sat there and talked. But he did go in the house, but we didn't investigate because it was during the day. He was fine.
That's hilarious.
I hate to tell him, ghosts come out during the day too.
They're everywhere, you know. They're wherever they want to be, whenever they want to be. Like, they could be sitting with us right now, you know? You don't know.
Never know.
Yep, that's for sure. All right, well, it is past 8 o'clock, so thank you, Thomas, and thank you, Darren, for joining us in chat. Thank you to everybody who was not in chat but listening. We appreciate each and every one of you. Next week will be a pre-recorded. My daughter has track, so it's a gal that I had the pleasure of talking to. Iona Jenkins. She is a psychotherapist, healer. She does meditations and things like that. She wrote a book called To Sing with the Bards and Angels. It's a very interesting book. Talk about healing, meditation. She talks about labyrinths, which was kind of cool. Never been through a labyrinth.
Mm-mm.
She talks about them all the time, like in there, and that was pretty interesting. So make sure to check that one out. And following week, I can't remember what's on, but we do have some other guests coming up. I know we have unexplained cases. They're coming. I think that's the first part of May.
I don't know, because you book them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just show up.
Yeah. So I have them all on my calendar. It's just hard to remember everything all this time. I got too much stuff going on, but thank you to everybody who was in chat. Thank you for everybody who was not in chat but listening. We appreciate each and every one of you. Please make sure to like and share. Thank you, Thomas, once again. Love ya. Hope to see you soon. Peace out.
Definitely.
Peace out, everybody.